Well, hi everyone. I'm John Ritland, and this is my review of AEW Dynamite from Atlanta. This is the closest that I've seen to a perfect wrestling show for a modern pro wrestling product in quite a while. And I'm talking TV, because pay-per-views, everybody steps their game up. But AEW, and I've had my criticisms, and I have some criticisms of this show, but everything flowed well from the beginning to the end. The stuff, all through the middle and everything. It just flowed really well. Segment, match, whatever. If they're hitting their stride, this is great. NXT has been hitting their stride on USA, and even from week to week when I've had some issues, they still have been putting forth a pretty damn good in-ring product. So if both promotions can just continue to succeed, I want to see both get above 1 million. I want the fans to enjoy themselves. I want the promotions to gain steam. You love to see it. Wednesday nights being destination programming for wrestling, you fucking love to see it. And whichever one you watch, or if you're like me, you watch both. I hope you're enjoying it. So let's get right on into it with the Tag Team Battle Royal. All the men were outside, and then they jump in the ring and become scrambled eggs. More scrambled eggs in a fertility clinic after an earthquake. So there we go. Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus. SCU, Frankie Kazarian, Scorpio Sky. The Young Bucks, Hybrid 2, Jack Evans and Helico. Butcher the Blade, Bunny at ringside, Best Friends. Orange Cassidy shows up later. Strong Hearts, Private Party, Reynolds and Silver representing the Dark Order, the two jobber guys, Santana and Ortiz with Sammy Guevara. If I forgot anybody, I do apologize. I was busy writing this stuff down because literally after they did, they said, both members of the team must be eliminated for the entire team to go, which makes sense instead of one like, some other promotions. Nope. It went with that, and it just went all crazy right there. It went just crazy. All these men, human centipede together. I'm amazed I made almost 2 minutes into the review before saying that. The Dark Order, Evil Uno, Grayson, and whoever the guy doing the PSAs is, I don't know his name. He's talking about the Exalted One, saying, hey, SCU, Daniels isn't here. Maybe he's this. Maybe he's the Exalted One. I don't like the Dark Order, by the way. I hate the gimmick. But it served a purpose here in the sense that SCU got tossed out, and that way they had an out. And then Reynolds and Silver went out, and then Sky and Kazarian attacked them and run them to the back. Stuff like that. So, okay, the sad thing is the PSA guy is actually the best promo out of anybody in the Dark Order. So they might want to actually keep that guy around. So then at one point they tried, Private Party tries the silly string. It doesn't work. And Tony says, you know what I always said, live by the silly string, die by the silly string. They had a laugh at that. Tony Schiavone got off a lot of good lines tonight. I don't know why Orange Cassidy was there. He did save Trent from getting eliminated and had him on his shoulders and stuff like that, got him there. The Trent and I believe it was Matt of the Bucks, they do their hug and everything. Allie at one point confronts Orange Cassidy when it looks like he was going to try to save Trent as Trent and the Butcher were attacking each other. Allie just low blows him. Thank you, Allie. You are my hero. She's also talented and she's also hot as hell, but I digress. She is definitely my hero. That got half a grade up right there because somebody finally just said, okay, this idiot's going to stick his hands in his pockets. Kick him in the groin. If he's such a good wrestler, give him something to do. Give him a reason to get upset. Give him a reason to actually do something other than the same damn thing. So Allie doing the smart thing, and in those heels, that was impressive. So then Matt takes out Santana, Ortiz, and then Sammy actually tries interfering. There's no DQs in the Battle Royal, and he jumps off the ropes and just eats the super kick. I hope he's okay, because he ate that whole thing, and it's like oh God, it was a bad landing. There were some bad landings on this show. And the Bucks win. The Bucks earn the shot. They're going to go on to AEW Revolution, the pay-per-view on Leap Year, which I will be watching, by the way. I'm either going to be watching here, or myself and Durbinator will be watching. I'm probably going to pre-order it just to make sure. But anyway, we then see Cody, Brandy, and Pharaoh. Pharaoh, the star of the goddamn show. If you're not following Cody on Instagram, seriously, check the pictures of Pharaoh alone. Because he is the goodest boy. He's there. Fortunately, he was not brought out when the pyro was out there, but he was backstage. And that's great. And great dog. Dogs are awesome. Pets are awesome. Make sure you take care of your pets. Anyway. We then get Britt Baker joining commentary. I will say this, I'm usually critical of Britt Baker, and I kind of was here, but at least it served a purpose, or leaning in on this heel persona. And it was Shayna, I forget how it's pronounced, versus Chris Statlander. I don't get the alien gimmick thing. I just don't. JR says, can somebody explain this gimmick to me? Excalibur tries to, and JR is like, okay, sorry I asked. JR, you stupid son of a bitch, don't bother asking, about a silly gimmick and not expect a silly answer. I mean, I'm not a fan of the gimmick, but what the hell did you expect? And then JR at one point, they were pie facing each other. And he's like, why the pie facing? I like cake. JR, we have seen your Twitter. We fucking know what kind of cake you like. We know how much cake you like, you thirsty son of a bitch. But anyway, JR's thirst aside, at one point, the girls were just, the whole boop thing that, Statlander does. They were having a boop off. These women were booping each other, and I did not have to pay to see it for once. Moving on. Match was good. By the way, despite all those jokes, match was fine. Shayna having a good showing. Statlander, being very dominant, but Shayna did not look weak at all. She is still going to be built up because she had feuded with Nyla Rose in the past. And even though she lost in that tables match on Dark, she had some momentum behind her. But Statlander clearly was a star here. Big Bang Theory 1, 2, 3. And then we get recaps of Nyla Rose and Riho. Once again, I'm happy that Nyla Rose won. If you're upset because you don't like her ability in the ring, you don't think she's that good, fine. If you're going to make it a whole transphobic thing, get the fuck off my channel. That's it. Just get the fuck off my channel. Ability criticisms are totally valid. I totally get that. Anyway, Nyla should have beaten Riho a lot more decisively. Because Riho kicked out literally everything, and now I guess Riho's got a contract with Stardom, so she's not going to be appearing as much. Darn. That means maybe we're getting away from the Joshi women, and we concentrate on some women like Hikaru Shida, who can break out of just that role and be stars and everything, and you can build around some women that can actually, be believable. It's not that Riho isn't talented. I like Yuka Sakazaki. You feature them on the perimeter, not being champion, totally fine. But anyway, we then get Shivani interviewing Nyla Rose. Boos from the fans. She lays into him, says, they're all like bees buzzing around. She's the queen bee, that kind of stuff. When I get hungry, I break bitches. I'm not sure how that works, but I'm going to roll with it. Nobody is a beast like me. And, just saying she's a queen bee, all this stuff. It was a good promo, a good fired up promo and everything. It was a lot of cliches, but whatever. What do you expect? It's wrestling in 2020. You can't do a ton of original stuff, and at least Nyla was fired up. They were finally giving her promo time. Here's Chris Statlander facing off against her, because Statlander is one of the ones that can measure up to her. And then Big Swole was also there, getting a pretty big pop. I would save it and have Statlander take the title from Nyla, and I would have Swole challenge Nyla Rose first. Because you can build up on Swole. Now, you could always go with the hot hand and do it reversed and have Swole beat her in August. And yes, I'm booking when Nyla Rose might lose, but give it to her for at least 6 months, and I'm totally fine with it. I'm totally fine with her losing after 6 months. But she needs a longer reign than Riho had. And so, cool. Okay, they had a bit of a pull apart. Sure, a little stagey. Whatever. Taz joins commentary, and the crowd is singing Jericho's theme as him, Hager, and Sammy are there. Yes, Sammy Hagar are there with tickets. They're there in the front row. And we get Jon Moxley, and no, I'm not going to do the Justin Roberts thing, versus Jeff Cobb. I fucking love Jeff Cobb. I've seen him twice live. Got to talk to him briefly on both shows, or at both shows. Guy's fucking awesome. Unfortunately, there is an indie show this Friday that I will have to miss due simply to scheduling conflicts and the fact that I'm working a whole lot. But I hope that anybody that is at Defy this Saturday, Friday, if you are in the area, I hope you have a goddamn blast. But Jeff Cobb, if you ever get a chance to meet him, fucking awesome. He's great to see live. Referee Aubrey, and of course I couldn't help because Moxley's doing the snake stuff, the eye patch and the taped up ribs and everything, and I just think, look out, Mox Snake. The inner circle is right there with you. The whole thing from, the elevator and stuff like that. If you played Metal Gear Solid, you'll know what the fuck I'm talking about. This is good. Suplexes from Cobb, as you would expect. A lot of strength. Mox using groundwork and working on the knee, trying to take out the knee. There's a big superplex, and then Mox got the, roll up suddenly, quickly, trap the leg, 1, 2, 3. So he used the momentum and caught Cobb quickly, and then the inner circle suddenly attacks. So Cobb doesn't look weak because he is signed to Ring of Honor, but he has the ability to do shots like this. So it keeps him strong. He does some good stuff there. It's exactly what you would want with Cobb. He didn't need to win. You're building up Moxley and everything. And hey, folks, just a quick thing. I got a guest all of a sudden, so I'm going to be right back. Somebody wanted to make an appearance. And somebody who likes Jeff Cobb. You like Jeff Cobb, don't you? Huh? Okay. Well, we're going to get back to the review. So, the inner circle is there. I don't care. You can just wait, buddy. Anyway, so Inner Circle run-in. Dustin comes down, then Darby getting a huge pop. My God, Darby got a massive pop. And Darby's awesome, by the way. Met him a few times. Great guy. And he skateboards to the ring very, very casually, and then, hits Hager in the throat with the with the skateboard. That's what you get for denying climate change, I guess. Fuck, I don't know. And then, they run everybody off, and then he uses flashcards once again because of selling the throat thing. They're in the commercial break to challenge Sammy at Revolution. You're finished. Cool. We then get Page and Omega versus Lucha Bros, and it's an AEW tag title match, and look, this match had some pretty damn good spots. To build up the Lucha Bros as heels, can you just say, and I love the Lucha Bros. Look, I got their shirt. I mean, I'm just saying, and I met Pentagon. He's great. Nice guy also. Didn't get a chance to meet Phoenix, unfortunately. But the huge kick to Phoenix to start from Page was fine. And then it became just a fucking fuck your tag rules thing. Announced that the Lucha Bros wanted to be only lucha tag rules to build up their heel persona and stuff like that. Because otherwise, the ref has to just ignore everything and ignore all these tags, or ignore them and then not ignore them and all that stuff. That was my main issue with this. However, it was chaos. Everybody was saying everything. It was more scrambled eggs and stuff like that, more craziness. This was a fun mess. Do not misunderstand me. And at least they cut a good pace. I'm cool with it. But there was a vicious kick to Omega's face. I mean, my God, he looked legit hot about it, which, maybe Kenny don't do so many jazz hands anymore. But then near falls and stuff, we get a miscommunication. It looks like the champs are going to lose. Oh, no. Buckshot, V-trigger, 1, 2, 3. And my cat is trying to, be the star of the goddamn show. So guess what? He's just going to get to be back there for a bit. Anyway, so this was a pretty good match, though. Phoenix ends up getting pinned. And then we got a plug for their action figure line. Cool. It's great to see the AEW succeeding. I hope the talents get a really good cut of that. Next week, Omega and Pac, 30-man Iron Man match. And then we get the Best Friends versus the Butcher and the Blade. No doubt Allie and Orange Cassidy should be... Just include them in there. And then have Allie low blow them again. It was hilarious. So we get Cody and Wardlow package. And then we get the first ever steel cage match in AEW history. I'm going to be very quick with this because this was perfect old school Dusty booking. It was Cody being emotional about being in Atlanta in a cage, where his dad was. This was, I believe, the old grounds where the Omni used to be, or at least close to it, I believe. I don't know too much about geography, so I apologize to any of my Atlanta peeps if I got that wrong. MJF was in Wardlow's corner. Obviously, Arn and Brandy were there at ringside, and Cody was bleeding immediately. Duh. Of course, he was going to bleed within the first few minutes. Wardlow did not do that bad. I will say that. For a big guy, he moved pretty damn well. He did a nice senton. Of course, he did hit a move where he tossed Cody. It was called the F10, because of course it was called the goddamn F10, not the F5. Do you get it? Do you get the subtle shot? But he did hit a cool senton later. MJF, the door was kicked open. There was this weird thing where the cage and the ring, there was this little space there, but the door was kicked open. And then all of a sudden, MJF's because Arn's holding the door, and MJF's do it like you did to his daddy. Do it like you did to his daddy. And then he hits him with the thing. Very old school booking, and I actually liked it in this sense. And then, so after that, we get a ring. We get the ring spot, the diamond fisting ring. No, I'm kidding. The Dynamite ring. And then Brandy hits MJF with a chair multiple times. He's trying to go after her, and then Arn just hits him and chucks him into the crowd, which is pretty funny. And then Cody does one of the scariest damn spots I've seen this side of Kurt Angle moonsaulting off a goddamn cage, like on Raw, May 2001. Cody moonsaulted perfectly. Goddamn perfectly. Yes, Wardlow caught him, thankfully. But boy, that was scary. Because I saw that, I go, Cody, don't you dare. Holy shit. Cody just did that. Cody did that thing. And he won. And now he's facing MJF, and this is perfectly built and everything. This is the best grade I've given to an AEW program that's been in a non-pay-per-view. A-. A-. Again, any criticisms that I had were really minute. So A-. Anyway, there could be a poll above my head if I forget that, but before I go, folks, because he wants to give his own grade. So he's going to give it 8 meows out of 10. Is that what you're giving it? 8 meows out of 10. And a cute few catnip treats. I don't know. He's got a weird grading system. But anyway, do you agree? Do you disagree with what I said? Or what the kitty said? By the way, adopt pets. Go to your local shelters and stuff like that and get some good pets. Anyway, but do you agree, disagree with whatever we said? Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin, that has been Sir, and I will see you soon.